Welcome to Bold Talk series where creativity, leadership, ideas, and innovation come together. My name is Ludvik, and today I have a privilege to have a short one-on-one conversation with Murali, Reddy, the founder and CEO at Bullieverse. Murali, great seeing you, and welcome to our Bold Talk series. How are you?
Fantastic, Ipi. Thanks for having me here today. Really thrilled to be conversing with you.
Fantastic. Well, good to see you, and welcome to this Bold Talk series. Obviously, these are some questions that I always ask to the founders, but first we start with, um, can you share the origin story of the Bullieverse and how it stands out in the realm of Web3 digital platforms?
Great. So this I would like to share over and over again. So me and my co-founder Srini, we have a long association of building startups, and we have been in this Web3 space from past somewhere about six and a half year now, and we have been involved very closely with some of the NFT communities in the early 2020s. OG communities like BYC and Azuki, some of these communities, and we have realized the power of NFTs, how we can bring the whole community together and keep them together. We wanted to take one step ahead and then wanted to build some strong utility around this NFTs, because it's not going to sustain only as an NFT community. It has to go something beyond. So that's when we envisioned an idea of bringing gaming into the space and making it as a whole gaming metaverse with these NFTs as a medium. And that's how our Bullieverse vision has started. And it has been a very thrilling ride till now.
Nice. Well, your position, Bullieverse, is a gateway to a limitless universe of games of art and social experience, and where NFT comes alive. How does the platform fosters and support innovative content creation first? And what role does user-generated content play in shaping the Bullieverse experience?
So, being a gaming studio, ourselves will be able to build some games, and games generally take good amount of time to build, because if we really wanted to build a really appealing game competing with Web2 games out there, which are being played from years together, and then which are backed by huge millions of dollars, right? So we should be able to build a good quality games, and which will take some time. So for that, our studio will be able to produce certain number of games and then distribute them, have an user adoption, these things. But the thing is, if it really wants to go limitless in terms of ecosystem expansion, we definitely need UGC, user generated content, primarily in terms of indie developers coming in and building the games on our platform and being able to publish it onto our platform, and developing in-game assets which are tradable and then take the revenue cut from there, right? So that is when we can actually get a huge ecosystem being built, and that is where we are marching towards. Currently, we are building our own games and we are distributing them, and over next 6 months to 1 year down the line, after that, what we want to do is open it up for developers to be able to develop on our platform, both games as well as in-game assets, and then monetize them.
Yeah. Leadership is hard. Every leader has his own challenge, and every company has its own challenges. Every industry has its own challenge. How do you navigate this ever evolving digital landscape, and what principles guide your approach to leadership in this space that you're in right now?
That's a fantastic question, considering especially Web3 markets dynamics keeps changing. Probably um, generations of outsides probably is about 1 to 2 years here, right? So that fast things evolve in Web3 space. Primarily, adaptability is what I consider as one of the very important principle what a leader should be able to possess. Mainly, an entrepreneur should be able to possess, especially when we were actually brainstorming the idea of Bullieverse, right? We don't want to just build a profile pic based NFT collection. We wanted to have a strong utility around it. At the same time, we don't want to build something which is a single game related things. We wanted to build a complete gaming metaverse, which is based on NFTs, and then being able to reward the social capital, multiple other things we wanted to put together, right? That is what actually helped us in our success, to say. So we don't want to be a single game ponies. At the same time, don't want to get stopped at the NFT collection levels. We wanted to bring and then have it as a perennial stuff. So that's where we have been successful so far.
Yeah. Well, obviously it requires, for every innovation requires a level of creativity. How do you encourage creativity and active engagement among its users that you have? And can you share any standout examples of user-generated content that have enriched your platform in this case?
So actually, one thing, one thing, if I want to tell us, really proud to say is that we have Bullieverse has one of the strongest community in the Web3 gaming space.
Mm.
I'm proud to tell that statement. Why I make this statement is that probably you can see our socials, how vibrant they are, and some of the folks who have been with our community have been very, very strong I mean, supporters for us. They became more like a family, right? So how we achieved that is we spent a lot of time initially some of the socials like Discord, Twitter, conversing with our community members, letting them know about our roadmap, what we are trying to do, and then most of the promises what we make, when every promise what we make, we wanted to keep that promise properly. And then we have executed things well, and we have building irrespective of bear market, bull market, doesn't matter. We have been giving updates to community. We have a lot of engagement avenues with the community, especially we have Wednesday talks, which we give uh, regular updates to community, and we have a Citizen of the Month program where we reward our community members who have been contributing a lot, talking about us in the social channels, right? So we keep community as a center for whatever we are doing, because that is what we kept us till now, and then moving really marching forward. That is the primary thing.
Yeah.
And then we have a very important program called as Diamond Militia programs, and so which encourages community members to be able to be more innovative in the content they are generating for socials to promote about us. I mean, those are some of the mediums what we devised to get the community engagement, as well as keeping them really update about what we are doing, and then analyzing more about that particular aspects of what we are doing, right? So that actually increases trust in the community about the project also, right? So we have kept all these things. That's the exact reason we feel that we have one of the strongest community in the Web3 space,
Yeah.
especially from the gaming aspect.
Keeping the promise that you have made, right? That's very important. And transparency too, right? To being the transparent, as you mentioned, like
Definitely.
and as you what you're doing and being able to get them involved, that's the key. Now, building such community comes with challenges. Can you share some insights or into the challenge you face in community building and how the platform has overcome? Yeah.
Right. So generally, any project, especially from a Web3 space, right? There are a lot of projects out there, and it is very easy to lose the attention of the user. For example, somebody is following some 4 or 5 projects, right? They are getting a lot of alerts on the Discord, and whichever projects they are very closely following, only they'll be able to stick on that, right? It's very difficult to keep the user attention always with us. So for that, what we primarily did that is we have made this community as part in many of the things what we do, especially some of the games what we release. They are the first people who will be doing some kind of beta testing for us, and then give feedback. We take that feedback and incorporate. We take that feedback very seriously. So and then we spend a lot of time with them in the social channels. And then, as I was telling before, we recognize and reward some of these active community members. These are some of the things which we have done, which kept all our community together. And especially as we are talking about before, it's very quickly evolving space, right? So and then there are a lot of project with innovative thoughts keeps coming. So whichever are very transparent in their are very transparent in their communication, sticking to their promises made, spending time with the community are the ones which are currently thriving. And then one of us, we are lucky to be one of that.
That's awesome. Now, looking ahead, 2024 is just around the corner. What visions do you have for the future of Web3 platforms like yours?
We are super bullish about the overall gaming narrative in the Web3 space, mainly because of we strongly believe that next billions of users are going to come from adoption for Web3 is going to come from gaming industry, because we have not even scratched the surface of it, right? So there are even just to consider in India, it's India alone, there are close to 450 million gamers out there, and then overall Web3 space not even have some 0.001% of it, right, currently. So what we are very extremely confident about it, as well as our vision to do over this year is being a gaming studio as well as a distribution service for games. So our vision is to build a strongest gaming ecosystem in the Web3 space by bringing gamers from Web2 to Web3. And this actually needs some of the things like quality games, like how we have games in Web 2, on top of which what Web3 fundamentals like good incentivization mechanisms and engagements and strong community. These are the very important aspects which can probably get our vision realized. And that's what we are focusing on this in the coming year.
Nice. Did you mention you said 250 million gamers in India?
450 million gamers. Yes.
400. Wow, that's bigger than U.S. population. That includes us and babies. Gee,
Right, right.
that's incredible. Wow. And you're saying that this is where basically the Web3's future, it will rely on a new gamers who will come into this environment. This is incredible. Um,
Right.
Murali, what does a bold mean to you? The word bold, when someone says you're bold, what does that mean to you?
It is more like clear inside, right? So when you can be bold about something is, I mean, when we talk about our goals in a more bolder way, actually means that you are very clean. You know what you want, you are very clear in your mind, you know what to achieve. You have exactly devised the plan for overall thing, right? So when somebody says to me as bold, actually I mean that I'm very clear in what I want to do.
I like that.
And
Very
which
clear.
is a very important thing for an entrepreneur, especially because they have to be clear about their vision and what exactly they are going towards. If they are not clear, they can't spread that to their team, and it can't be spread to their community, and everything will go for a toss.
Very well said. Well, without being clear, you don't have that confidence. And without confidence, you can't be bold. So
Exactly.
that's a good way to put it. And of course, your team can sense that from far away, right? And they're really good at sniffing if things are going right with the founder or not. Any final
Definitely.
thoughts as we entering 2024, Murali?
It's a, we have been through some ups and downs from last 1.5 2 years overall as an industry, even from a macroeconomic side, right? Economy side, and we are very positive and upbeat. I'm personally really positive about 2024, and whatever we have been doing, get adaptable, and then there are things are changing super quickly, so we need to be relevant to the industry, and then really build it fast. That is our focus also for 2024.
2024, be as fast as you can. Fantastic. Well, always be bold, Murali. Congrats on all your achievements so far. Thank you for joining me for this bold talks. And hopefully, we'll get to do more of these talks. So, thank you very much and looking forward to next time.
Thank you so much, AP, and really, really had a great conversation with you today.
Great.